Sean Sewell with Engearment.com in our beautiful mountains of Colorado to show you one of the little power chargers we've been using the last couple of months from Bluetti. This is their AC2A 200 watt little power charger right here. We've reviewed so many other Bluettis. Here is the AC70 768 watt that lives in our truck, along with a few other Bluetti ones. This one's more game for cell phones and cameras and laptops and stuff like that. So in this review, I will cover how we've used it, how fast it charges things, and how it works. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, we test a lot of power banks. Usually the ones that we carry with us are 1,000 to 2,000 watts, sometimes 1,500 watts in the middle there. And that helps us run things like refrigerators, heated blankets, bigger appliances, as well as charge up our drone and our laptops and stuff like that. But the 1,000 watt batteries are not always as portable and as cost effective. This guy I think is like $250 maybe. He's probably on sale for like 190 bucks right now. And he's lightweight. Like I'm just manhandling this thing. It's 7 pounds, 8 pounds. It's small. I mean, it's lightweight. You can use it for doing some overhead presses or something. But even though it's lightweight, it still has a purpose. I mean, 204.8 watts is not enough watts for me to go use this guy overnight or do the bigger appliances like I mentioned. But it is, however, enough power that I can easily take this into our rooftop tent and charge my phone, my wife's phone, our Apple Watches. Heck, we could charge an iPad while we're watching it. It'll charge an iPad. Our version of iPad is iPad Pro, maybe 2 or 3 years old, and it'll do that like 2, maybe 3 times. This, for reference, is MacBook Pro with the Ultra chip. This is a 15-inch version. It goes through power pretty quickly. It takes 65 watts to charge it, and so I can get about a charge and a half for this guy. Maybe 2 charges. Like on paper, it probably says 2 or 3 charges, but really no more than 2 charges. For that guy. It'll do our DJI drone that we use for the videos here. It'll of course charge small things like 5 watt for the phone, stuff like that. So people are gonna ask some questions. Does it charge this? I'm like, well, I don't know. Add it up. Everything's gonna need to be added up to see what it'll charge. But it's pretty simple to use. It no more brick inverters. Your typical regular old AC plug. This is, if you lose this, it's not a big deal. You can go to a hardware store and get it for like $3. You can order a 3-pack on Amazon for like 10 bucks. We have dozens of these at home. And it simply goes into the port here on the side. Nice weatherproof, not waterproof, weatherproof port. It just plugs right in. There's no need to worry about carrying a brick with you. A couple years ago, a lot of the units would have a big brick in line, and it's proprietary, and it had like a 8mm or 9mm plug. It was just a pain in the ass. If you lose it, then you're kind of SOL unless you want to go purchase that brick. Not anymore. So they solved that problem. You can ground if you want. I've actually never ground these before, so I can't speak to that. The DC is the new DC pin. You've probably seen it before. That is the new version, so it'll take the newer stuff. It'll also take 12 volt input. So how I usually have it is running off of, I'll have my either solar panel or my Forerunner power going into this battery on the side, just like this guy on the side. And then I'll have him coming out DC wise into here. So this guy's always topped off, so I can use the bigger one for the fridge and other devices in the back of the truck during the day or at night when we're sleeping. And then I can take this guy into the cab of the truck. We do a lot of winter camping, so sometimes I'll be in the back of the truck with my dog Chloe as I'm editing videos or checking emails or what have you. Or I'll take it up into our rooftop tent or into our ground tent, and then I have a place to charge all my devices. If my wife's with us, the iPad and stuff like that can be charged off of here. You get a USB-C 100 watt, so that'll power pretty much anything I can think of USB-C wise. You get 2 USB-A's. Those are 5 volt, 2.4 amps, so pretty typical. And you can also do some AC stuff, some smaller appliances for shorter amounts of time. So you probably do a blender. I've not tried that. I don't do a lot of blending when I'm camping. I don't use a lot of appliances outside the fridge and outside of charging devices. Sometimes I'll charge up an e-bike or something like that. This is not enough power to charge up an e-bike very fully. Again, it's just like 200 watts. But for convenience and price, 200 bucks, basically what I'm learning is about $1 a watt is what it comes down to, right? So 200 watts, 200 bucks, 1,000 watts, $1,000, usually actually less sometimes. They're getting down in price. Like this guy is 768 watts, and I think he's like $500 or $600. So there is a price break eventually, but budget about $1 a watt. So hopefully seeing how I use it, where I use it. You know what? I'm going to show you where I use it. I always say when I show you where I use stuff, why don't I just show you? Because this is a very important part of what we do. So we're up here in the mountains of Colorado. Yeah, beautiful. Alpine right there. This is usually where we come split board. And I've mentioned Sean's Run in several different videos. Sean's Run is actually right there. And that is our Forerunner. And then to show you where we camp usually, there's our rooftop tent. We have a review on that Thule tent. Love that thing. And of course my dog Chloe is in the editing room right there. She had a nice little afternoon jaunt in the mountains. So yeah, we really test things in the mountains. That's what we do. We go up here, we test things so you know how it works and if it's the right thing for you and your family. So anywho, but like I mentioned, we usually use much bigger batteries, 1,000 watt to 2,000 watt range, and so Bluetti will be sending over a bigger unit for us to be using here very soon on more of our adventures. But hopefully seeing how this one is used, how to charge it, features, functions, and what we think about it is helpful. If it was, thumbs up be appreciated. If you want to see more content on more batteries, consider subscribing to our Engearment YouTube channel, a link below. I'm Sean Sewell, owner and director of Stoke. Until next time, take care.